Welcome to Minleon's Express Controller User Guide, presented by your provider of cutting-edge LED lighting products. Table of Contents: Introduction, Specs and Features, Typical Layout, Test Mode, Setting DMX Start Address, Connecting to a DMX Network, Fault Diagnosis, Questions and Resources. The Minleon Express is a 16-channel, 16-output, 110-volt AC dimmer controller board. It allows the user to control various lighting and equipment, such as Minleon replacement bulbs, non-RGB drip tubes, strings, and strobe bulbs, via computer using DMX-capable sequencing software like Minleon's Lightshow Pro. The Express is not designed to control 3-channel DC power RGB lights, but serves a purpose as an accessory in many medium to large light design systems. Specifications and features: incorporate RGB and non-RGB light components, 16 by 110 volt AC dimmable outputs, 20 amps maximum load per board, 2 amp max per channel, built-in test mode and channel LED indicators, works on industry standard DMX, connect controllers together in a network, settable DMX start address, DMX signal splitter, IP56 weatherproof enclosure, 20 amp fuse protection. Typical layout: the Express controller plugs into a standard household outlet. Connect to a computer running DMX-capable software through a Cat5 cable into a DMX dongle. The 16 outputs connect to LED lights. Optionally, run a Cat5 cable to a second Express controller for an additional 16 light outputs. Express Controller Test Mode: how to test lights without a computer. Press the mode button until digital display shows the symbol TST. Press select. The digits in the digital display will light in a circular pattern for a second. Then each of the 16 channels will light. After a single flash, LED 2 and LED number 4 will remain lit. If you have a DMX signal, then LED number 3 will remain lit. Attached lights will turn off and on with the internal LED channels. Setting DMX addresses: if we want to use the Minleon Express from a channel 49 to 64, we will set the controller's starting address at channel 49. 1. Power the Express on and view the controller's current start address on the display. 2. To change, press mode twice. 3. Press select to increment the channel numbers. 4. Press mode to set the next number, as the display is set where the left digit will change the 100th number, the center will change the 10th, and the right digit will change the single number. 5. Press mode when your address is correct. Connecting to a DMX network: connect to a DMX device outputting industry standard DMX 512 via DMX in. DMX LED number 3 will light upon receiving a signal. Connect a second Minleon Express and other DMX device to DMX out socket. This is optional. Split the DMX signal to connect additional Express or DMX devices. Running the Express from an SD card. This diagram shows how to connect multiple Express controllers to a Minleon effects controller which runs an SD card. Set the first Minleon effects controller to slow DMX speed and 1 output by 16 lights in the setup menu. Set the second effects controller to normal speed in that setup menu. Remember, The effects controllers in DDB require individual power supplies. For further information, view our online effects controllers tutorials. Running the Express from a PC. Here is a second example of how to combine elements of RGB and non-RGB lights. From your PC, through a DMX dongle, connect to the Express controller. Use a network switch to connect to the RGB network controllers into the RGB lights. Fault diagnosis. Refer to this page if there are no lights on the controller, if there is no DMX signal, or if the lights do not come on at all. Questions? Please email minleonusa@live.com and reference this presentation. We encourage you to view these related tutorials: accessory guide, software guide, light design, wire management, the effects controller importing sequences, and the network controller user guide. Thank you for your interest in Minleon RGBs.